Hello students, last class we discussing plasmolysis. Plasmolysis we completed. Today class we are discussing imbibition. Okay, today class we are discussing imbibition and long distance transport. Long distance transport we are discussing. See here. Imbibition. Imbibition. So what is imbibition? Okay, here what is imbibition? What is imbibition? Here imbibition is nothing but it is a special type of diffusion. It is a special type of diffusion. Okay, here it is a special type of diffusion. It is a special type of diffusion. Okay, it is a special type of diffusion. Imbibition is nothing but a diffusion only. Here next thing it is, it occur when water is absorption by solids. Here solids. Okay, when it occur when water is absorbed by solids is called as a imbibition. Here mainly hydrophilic colloidal. Hydrophilic colloids. Hydrophilic colloidal substances. Here the hydrophilic means loving. Hydro means water, water loving substances. It is absorption water. Okay, here you see it is a special type of diffusion. It occur when water is absorbed by solids is called as a imbibition. So here mainly imbibition, volume increasing. How it is increasing? Okay, volume is increasing, and also when water enter into, see here, this is the imbibant. Imbibant means any solid particle. The water is entered, then volume increasing enormously. Okay, enormously increasing. So once water is enter into solids, now the solid particles is volume will be increasing. It created some pressure. Okay, pressure exerted by imbibant. Okay, the imbibant it producing some pressure. Due to that pressure only, the imbibant is volume will be increasing. See here another point is, so always imbibition is depending affinity between absorbent and liquid. Absorbent, here mainly absorbent, here mainly absorbent is nothing but absorbent and liquid, absorbent and liquid. See affinity between the absorbent and liquid. So absorbent is nothing but what? Here any solid particle. Liquid is nothing but what? Water if you take. So here mainly classical examples are classical examples. If you take one seed, dry seed, if you take dry seed, the dry seed you placed in water. Okay, this is the water, that is the seed. This is nothing but seed. Here water is there. If you placed the seed in water, then what it is? Absorption. Okay, the seed, water it is absorption. When water it is absorption, so now what happened? That process is called as a imbibition. Okay, that process is called as a imbibition. So why it is water it is absorption seed? Because of affinity, attraction between the water and liquid, it is more. So if you take another beaker, if you take dry wood, okay, dry wood piece you take, that you placed in water. What happen if you place in water? So the wood volume will be increasing. So when increasing, what is the meaning here? So water it is absorption, or it is diffusing water into the dry wood piece, then the volume will be increasing. Volume means swelling. The wood will be swelling. Okay, so why in these two, water and imbibement, is more affinity is there. Okay, for example, if you take another example, if you place rubber, okay, rubber you placed in water, so the rubber it is not absorption water. Okay, absorption, the rubber is not absorption water. Why it is not absorption? There is no affinity between the water and rubber. But your rubber you placed into kerosene. So what happened? Okay, if you place in rubber in kerosene, so the kerosene it is absorption. Okay, the rubber it is absorption. Okay, kerosene. So finally it will be swelling. That is the affinity between the kerosene and rubber. And here wood piece and seed affinity is there. Okay, more affinity is there. So because only, so it is absorption, water it is absorption. So this is also we are observing affinity between the absorbent and liquid. Okay, imbibement. Okay, this is called as imbibent liquid. Okay, here classical examples are when you place in dry seed in water, it is imbibed. Okay, imbibed means absorption. But a dry wood you place in water, it is also absorption. Both are so swelling due to the imbibition pressure, due to the hydrostatic pressure. Inner side what happened? Water it is entered, so pressure will be created. Due to that pressure, what happened? The wood will be, so the seed will be, the wood and seed will be increasing. So in this water and seed having more affinity is there. So that is nothing but so one of the example for imbibition. Okay, so next you see here, so the pressure is exact. Okay, the pressure is produced by imbibement. Okay, or so when is pressure is exerted, so what happen? It will be swelling. Imbibement will be swelling. Okay, so pressure exerted by pressure produced by dry wood. Okay, wood piece, pressure is exerted by wood. When it is pressure is exerted by wood, then what happened? Swelling. Okay, so the pressure is exerted. Okay, pressure is produced by wood. Why it is pressure existed? Because of wood you placed into water, then automatically it will be swelling. This is used for where they are using, So splitting of rocks and boulders. Okay, so prehistoric man they are using splitting of rocks. They are using splitting of rocks and boulders. See, in olden days, for example, if you take, this is the, some stones are there, big stones. Okay, here splitting, that rocks are splitting, generally small splittings are there. So if you place a wood piece, here you place wood piece, so thoroughly you spray water or you providing water to the wood piece, then here the wood, it is absorption water. When it is absorption, inner side pressure will be created. When it is pressure is created, this wood will be swelling. Then automatically rocks will be splitting. So this is also used. Okay, so this method also used in prehistoric man. Okay, prehistoric man. So this is also called as a imbibition. So it is also used for splitting of rocks and boulders. Okay, here so pressure is produced by wood. When it is pressure is produced by wood, means it is swelling. Which one it is swelling? So pressure is produces, then automatically wood will be swelling. Then prehistoric man, it is used for splitting of rocks and boulders means what? Big stones are there. That big stones they are used to split the rocks. Okay, So next one, it is another point. Okay, here see, so seedlings germinate out of the soil. Okay, and open and exist. Okay, and open and exist. See, seedlings okay, emerge out of soil. See here seed it is there. The seed will be germinated. The leaves and seedling, small plant, it is so emerge out. Okay, emerge out means it comes out of the soil due to the imbibition pressure. So seedlings emerging out of the soil and also open and established. Okay, so established. Okay, here established. So due to imbibition only. Okay, due to the imbibition only, it is comes out of the soil. Okay, so this is also applications we are using. See what we are discussing. It is a special type of diffusion. It is occur when water is absorbed by solids. It is called as hydrophilic colloidals. Volume will be increasing enormously because of water it is entered. Then what happen? Some volume will be increasing due to the pressure. Inner side pressure will be created. The pressure is exerted. Then automatically what happen? So this volume will be increasing. Next one, it is here affinity between the absorbent and liquid. That is important. Okay, so if you place seed into the water, it is absorption. If you place rubber, it is not absorption water. So that is in between the seed and water, more affinity is there. In between the rubber and water, so there is no affinity. We are observing. So next one is pressure is produced by wood. Okay, so then it will be swelling. So this is used prehistoric man to split the rocks and boulders. And also another use, seedlings also emerge out of the soil and open and established due to the imbibition. See here seeds. The seeds also germinating. When it is germinating, it is comes out of the soil. Why it is comes out of the soil? Because of imbibition. Only it is comes outside. Okay, so this is nothing but so imbibition applications. Okay, some effects are there. Okay, some effects are there. So what are their effects? That one we are discussing here, effects. Okay, here some effects of imbibition. See here, effects. Okay, what are effects? Okay, so effects of imbibition. So in rainy season, okay, in rainy season, so in rainy season commonly you observing, okay, what you observing? Wood doors and also windows are swelling. In rainy season what we are observing, amma? So continuously rains are falling. At the time what happened? Wood doors, okay, wood doors are swelling. The doors should not close properly. Okay, why it is not closing? So it is absorption more water than wood, so it will be swelling. Okay, it is swelling. When it is swelling, what happened? The door should not close properly because of imbibition. Okay, this is also important. Okay, this is also important. Okay, so next one is effects. Effects means mainly rainy season, wood doors and windows are swelling. So then doors, this is not closed properly. Doors not closed. Okay, not closed properly. Not closed properly due to imbibition. Okay, in imbibition, again when it is fully dry, okay, so what happened? The wet it is, so it will be dry, again it will come to the normal position. Okay, so imbibition, when water is absorption, it will be so increasing. Okay, imbibition is also reversible. When water is absorption, imbibed, if water is removed, it will come to the normal position. Okay, so this is also we are observing in imbibition. Okay, so imbibition power is varies substances to varies different substances. Okay, imbibition power is varies different substances. Okay, imbibition power is varies different substances. For example, if you say here, if you take agar, see here, this one we are discussing here, agar having more imbibition capacity. Here more imbibition capacity. Okay, so next one it is pectin having more imbibition capacity than the agar. So next one it is agar having more imbibition than the pectin. Pectin having more imbibition than the proteins. Protein having more imbibition than the starch. Okay, and also next one it is, okay, last one it is starch. Last one it is cellulose. Cellulose having agar having more imbibition than the pectin having more imbibition than the protein having more imbibition capacity than the starch having more imbibition pressure, so then the cellulose. So this is we are observing imbibition power varies different substances. If you take agar having more imbibition capacity, then pectin having more. Okay, so this sequence is, okay, so this is imbibition capacity. Okay, it is order. Okay, one it is agar, pectin, proteins, starch and cellulose. Okay, So this is also imbibition. This is called as a imbibition. In imbibition, different substances are absorption, different so imbibition capacity is there. Imbibition capacity is there. So imbibition process, so we are discussing this is and all. Okay, so next one it is long distance transport. Okay, next one it is long distance transport. So next one it is long distance transport. Long distance transport. Long distance transport. So long distance transport of substances, long distance transport of substances, transport of substances. Okay, long distance transport of substances within the plant, within plant cannot by diffusion. Cannot by diffusion. This meaning, so here long distance transport of substances within the plant cannot by the diffusion. So diffusion is nothing but why? Because here diffusion is nothing but here diffusion is nothing but slow process. It is a slow process. Which one it is slow process? Long distance transported. So diffusion is a slow process. So that's why it is not transported long distance transportation. Okay, so it is account for only short distance transport. So see here, why? Because here substances, long distance transport of substances within the plant cannot by the diffusion. Why? Because so diffusion is a slow process, slowly it is moving. So that's why it is not account for only short distance transport. It is not account for long distance transport. So see here, for example, so across the plant cell, across the plant cell, for example 15 micron meter length of cell transported, it is required 2.5 seconds is required. 2.5 seconds is required. So 1 meter plant, how much time it is required? 1 meter plant, how much it is time? So approximately, okay, approximately here mainly approximately, so 2 years is required. 2 years, approximately 2 years is required. Okay, approximately how many years is required? 1 meter transportation of substances through the diffusion process, 2 years is required. So that's why only it is not account for long distance transport. It is only so short distance transport within the cell to cell. Okay, it is transported, cell to cell only it is transported. So see here, why? Because so sometime here sometime what happened, site of production and also absorption and storage of food are different. Okay, so sometime what happened, site of production and absorption and storage is so far different. Okay, so far, okay, it is so far. So that's why what happened, so the food it is synthesizing one place, it is transported to another place. At the time what happened, so this diffusion and active transport it is not sufficient. Okay, here diffusion and active transport not sufficient. Okay, it is not sufficient. Okay, so it is require long distance transport. It is require long distance transport. Okay, in long distance mode it is a faster process. It is a fast process. Okay, so here mainly fast process. See the mineral, water and food transported. Food will be transported. How it is transported? Through bulk flow or mass flow system. Bulk, here bulk and also mass flow system. Okay, bulk flow or mass flow system. Through water, minerals and food will be transported to one part of the plant to another part of the plant. Bulk amount, more amount of water, so along with mineral nutrition is dissolved, it is moving from one place to another place, because of in these two areas pressure is different, so that's why only it is moving from one place to another place, So next continuation we are discussing. Okay, see here I will explain what we are explaining before. So this is the plant, this is the plant, this is the plant. Here leaves are there. Already before we are discussing, so long distance transport is nothing but from root to, generally it is transported leaf, and leaf to root it will be transported substances. So it require long distance transport, it is required. It is not depending on diffusion and active transport. Why? Because site of production is one site, one area of the plant, and it is absorption one area. For example, here food is synthesizing, here growing buds are there. Okay, here growing buds. Okay, so this bud seed is required, it is transported to here. But if it is required in root tip region, the food it is transporting here. So now it will be transport to entire plant. So generally plant it is 130 meter height plants it is there. Here only by the diffusion process 15 micron meter length of plant it is transported, only 2.5 seconds time it is taken. But if you take 1 meter plant, if it is taking approximately 2 years it is taken. So that's why diffusion is not helps to the transportation of long distance transport. Okay, it is long distance transportation of substances cannot by diffusion. Okay, it is not transported. So here mainly, what we are discussing, mass flow. Okay, bulk amount of minerals are there, and also water it is there. So both are dissolved. It is through mass flow system or bulk flow system, it is transported to all the plant because of pressure is different in both areas. Here more requirement of water it is required, here more water it is there. So that's why water it is moving from root to leaf region. So for example, here leaf region synthesizing food. So food it is not require more, but root region where it is require parts, where it is food require parts it is there the food will be transported. The food will be transported because of pressure is different in these two areas. Okay, in these two areas. So that's why only food will be transported from leaf region to root region, and remaining where it is required, all the parts it will be transported. So like only water and minerals also it is transported to all the parts of the plants. So it is mainly depending on so amount of mineral nutrition is present in the soil. More amount it is there, more it will be transported. Okay, along with water, mineral nutrition will be transported from the root region to leaf region, root region to so leaf region to root region it will be transported. See here, so bulk flow mainly, so two pathways are there. One it is so positive hydrostatic here, positive hydrostatic pressure gradient, See here, this is the push method. Okay, pushing is nothing but positive. For example, if you take garden hose, okay, garden hose. So if you take garden hose, just you press, then what happens? Water it is comes out. That is the positive pressure. So this is the garden hose. See here, like this it is there. This is the garden hose. Here one button like it is there. Then you press. What happened? Water it is coming. Finally, water where it is coming? So enter into the soil. When you push the water, then where it is coming? From this garden hose. Then it is releasing. Then water it is comes to the soil. So that's why it is called as a positive. Water it is always positive to the soil. Okay, it is comes to the soil finally. So that's why it is called as a positive. Okay, that is nothing but pushing. Okay, it is a positive hydrostatic pressure. If you take another one, it is negative hydrostatic pressure. Here negative hydrostatic pressure, hydrostatic pressure gradient, hydrostatic pressure gradient. See here, if you take one straw, this is the straw, okay, then you place it into one bottle with some drink is there. This is the drink. If you suck the water, pull means pulling. Here this is the pulling. Water it is against to the soil it is moving. So that's why it is called as a negative hydrostatic pressure, positive hydrostatic pressure. Here see, when you press the button, the water it is comes and joined with water only. So it is positively hydrostatic pressure. But here the water it is, when you pulling means opposite direction to the soil, it is pulling. So that's why it is called as a negative hydrostatic pressure. So example, succussion through the straw. Okay, that is nothing but succussion through straw. Okay, straw. Okay, succussion through the straw. Water it is comes above the region. Okay, when you suck the water, it will comes so upward direction. So that's why it is called as a negatively hydrostatic pressure. So here what is a translocation? Here translocation. What is translocation? Here translocation is nothing but bulk movement of substances. Okay, bulk movement of substances in long distance through vascular bundles or conductive tissues. Here, what is translocation? Bulk, here bulk movement of substances, in long distance, here long distance, okay, in long distance through conductive tissues. What is conductive tissues? Here mainly xylem and also phloem. Okay, xylem and phloem. So through the bulk movement of substances in long distance through conductive tissue is called as a translocation. See, here we are discussing now. See, from, for example, root contain what is there? Mainly xylem. Okay, xylem and phloem, both it is there. Here also xylem and phloem it is there. So xylem it is also responsible for transportation of water and minerals and organic nitrogen and hormones. It is also transported to all the parts. But again, food it is transporting organic and inorganic solutes. It is transporting to from leaf region to root region, okay, by the phloem. This is phloem. Here xylem it is also helps. Okay, see here xylem. Okay, here mainly xylem. So xylem, what it is transporting? Xylem it will be transporting only so water plus minerals. Water plus minerals also it is transporting from where to where it is? So from root region to leaf region through, okay, it is transporting through the xylem. Okay, so next one it is here, this is the xylem. Xylem it will be transported only water and minerals only unidirectional. That is nothing but unidirectional transport. Unidirectional. It is transported only one direction only it is transporting. So next one it is, if you take phloem. Okay, phloem if you take, in phloem what it is transporting? Here mainly so organic and also inorganic solutes. Solutes are transported. Inorganic solutes are transported from where to where it is? Source to sink. Okay, source to sink region. Which one it is a source? Which one it is a sink? See here, source is nothing but leaf. Here sink is nothing but root. Okay, sink is nothing but root. So this organic nutrients, organic solutes, it is transported from where to where it is? Source to sink region. So in xylem it is transported water, minerals and organic nitrogen and also hormones. So this is all are transported only unidirectional, but it is phloem it is transportation is multi or bidirectional. So directional transport. Okay, multi-directional. Okay, organic solutes are transported multi-directional it is transported. So this is also we are observing long distance transportation. Here what we are discussing mainly, so long distance transportation is nothing but long distance transportation of substances. Okay, long distance transportation of substances. So within the plant cannot by the diffusion. Diffusion is a slow process, that's why it is not transported long distance. So here site of production, so absorption and storage is so different so far. Okay, that's why only diffusion and active transport it is not required. Active transport is not sufficient. It is require long distance transport. Okay, bulk amount of and more amount, enormously mass flow, okay, or bulk flow or enormous more amount, it is transported one point to another point. In both sides having pressure is different. That's why only the water and food material it is moving from one place to another place it is moving. So that's why it is required. So bulk flow amount it is helps to the xylem and phloem. So bulk movement of substances in long distance through conductive tissue, that is called as a translocation. Here too mainly depending on bulk flow, positive hydrostatic pressure, negative hydrostatic pressure. Positive hydrostatic pressure means pushing, and negative hydrostatic means pulling, okay, opposite direction. So it is absorption. Xylem it is transporting mineral, water, minerals, organic, nitrogen and hormones unidirectional. Phloem it is transported organic, so inorganic nothing but it is transported from leaf to source. It is transported leaf to leaf is nothing but a source, sink is nothing but root region. It is transported from so leaf to root, root to leaf it will be transported. Okay, sometime storage organs where it is there food material storage, here it is root region. Then unfavorable condition the food it will be transported to so young growing parts, that is also we are observing in a long distance transport. How do plants absorption of water? How do plants absorption water? How do plants absorption water? So here before going to the topic we are discussing, this is the root region. This is the root region. This is mainly root region. So the root tip covered by, this is root cap. This is nothing but a root cap. It is a protected tip region. So when root is penetrate into the soil, while penetrating the root tip cells will be damaged. So that's why it is protected by a root cap. It is protected by root cap. It is there. This is nothing but a root cap. Okay. Here meristematic cells are there. Here mainly meristematic cells. This is called as a meristematic zone. Meristematic zone. Okay, zone of meristematic. Okay, meristematic zone it is there. It is continuously dividing cells repeatedly, rapidly it is dividing. Okay, continuously it is dividing. So finally what happened? So the cells are elongated. Okay, so elongated and enlargement. At the time what happened? Root length will be increasing. So this is called as a elongation region. This is called as a elongation region or zone. Okay, elongation zone or elongation region. So this elongated cells, some of the cells it is producing which one it is producing? So epidermis. Okay, some of the cells epidermis. So some of elongated cells it is produced epidermis. Some of them it is produces cortex. Some are produces cortex. Okay, this is the cortex. Some are producing endodermis. Some of them it is producing this is pericycle. Some it is producing xylem and phloem cells it is producing. Some of the epidermal cells it is modified. So elongated cells it is producing root hairs. So how many? Many millions of root hairs are there. Millions of root hairs. So generally what is the function of root hair? It is absorption of water and minerals. Water along with minerals also it is absorption. So it is also absorption. Okay, so then water it is absorbed by root hair. Then what happened? The water it is pass through the root hair and reaches endodermis. Again it is enter into the deeper into the root layers. Finally it is transported to xylem. Okay, xylem it will be transported to all the parts. So now what we are discussing, how do plants absorption of water. So once the root hair it is absorption water, the water how it is enter into the root layers, that one only we are discussing. So that is how do plants absorption. Here mainly two pathways are there. One it is apoplast pathway, next one it is symplast pathway. Apoplast and symplast pathway. Here millions of roots are there, millions of root tips are there. It is absorption water from the soil. It is finally it is enter into the deeper into the root cells and finally it reaches to the xylem. Again xylem it will be transporting to all the parts. Okay, so this is also we are discussing. So when it is entering to the deeper into the layers, so how many pathways are there? How many pathways here mainly? So the water absorption root hair, then the water it is entering to the deeper into the layers. So on how it is enter, where to where it is enter, that one we are discussing. Here mainly two pathways, one it is apoplast pathway, another one it is symplast pathway we are discussing. Okay, so this is next class we will discussing apoplast and symplast pathway. Apoplast and symplast pathway we are discussing tomorrow class. Okay, okay, we are discussing, Amma. Okay, bye.